All right. Hey, my name's Austin. I'm the chief mathematician here at LTV Numbers. In this video, we're going to be talking about why AOV over time is so important. Now, and I say this a lot in the other videos, but if you haven't watched the video prior to this on what AOV is and why AOV isn't telling you everything you need to know about your business, then I strongly recommend that you watch that first, just so that you can gain a better understanding of what we're going to be talking about today. So without further ado, let's begin. AOV. All of this is just to refresh our memories as to what AOV is and why it's important. So AOV, it tracks the average dollar amount spent each time a customer goes through your funnel. Remember, the formula for this is the total revenue divided by the total number of orders. So let's say your funnel sales were $31 and you had a total of $1,000. 1,000 orders, sorry. So $31,000 divided by 1,000 orders gives you an AOV of $31. Now, why does AOV matter? It's because AOV is the KPI, the key performance indicator, that businesses use to measure funnel performance. And it's critical for any business to optimize their funnel performance. So instead of simply selling one product by itself, you might add an order bump or an upsell sequence to it to maximize the revenue generated by each order. And to optimize the funnel, you might try, let's say, different price points. We switch out the upsell offers, or we even change copy to increase your conversion rate. And so all of these things serve to increase the AOV, the average order value of your funnel, and therefore improve the performance of your funnel. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about AOV over time. Most analytics tools have only one number. They show you one value for your AOV. And if you wanted to see your AOV over time, you need to pick different date ranges and write the number down every single time. So we would need the AOV for the funnel today, the day before, the day before, maybe even the week before, and in some cases the month before. And this is a very inefficient and tedious process for just one funnel, and it doesn't make it any easier for you when you have a lot of funnels. So it'd be much better if you could see a graph that shows you week to week or month to month what your AOV is and how it evolves over time. Now, if it's anything you get out of this video, the main point I want you to understand is that seeing how your AOV changes over time allows you to see the results of your optimization efforts. And basically, I want to drive home 2 points. If you can see that your AOV goes up, then you know you're doing something right with your funnel. And number 2, just seeing a plain number, seeing one number, doesn't really do you much good unless you remember what your AOV was prior to that and the days or weeks before. Again, tedious process. But we actually have graphs to do this inside LTV Numbers. So let's hop over there. Now, from this, we can see that we have 2 funnels. We have this purple funnel and this red funnel in the graphs. This purple funnel is what this company calls the self-liquidating offer funnel, or SLO funnel, and the red is the holiday promo challenge. From here, we can see that the purple funnel's AOV is 68, and the red is 28.29. Now again, this doesn't really tell you much unless you remember everything that happens before, and I'll show you why. So let's start with the purple one. On the 20th of July, their AOV was at 54. And then it went up to 66, which is pretty good. Then the next week, they went to 63, 65, 62, which is not bad. And then we see that there's this little spike from 62 all the way up till 76, which tells me that they made a change in their funnel. They tried to optimize their funnel. Let's say they tried to change their copy. So it goes up to 76, which is a good thing. That means something went right in the funnel. And we even see that it is the right decision because it stayed from 76 to 74 to 72 to 75. It stayed around the 70s range. So from this spike, we can, one, tell that they optimized their funnel and that it actually worked. It was the right decision. Now, as for this red ad, the holiday promo challenge, we can see that on the 27th, it started at $7. That's pretty cool. And then the next week, 27, the next 33, 42. Okay, they're doing something with their ad, which is good. Their funnel, sorry. 43, and then it went down to 27, which tells me that on the 24th, they did something with their funnel. They try to optimize it. Let's say they changed the price points, and it actually ended up going down. And then it stayed 27, 28 to 33, which might not have been the best thing for this business. But again, seeing this drop allowed us to see, or allowed them to see, that, oh shoot, this funnel test might not have been, or this funnel optimization effort might not have been the best during this time and for this funnel. So again, the main point is that seeing these differences help a lot. If it goes up, you're doing something right. If it goes down, it might not be what you want it to be. And number two, seeing one digit doesn't really do you anything. Or seeing one number, sorry, not digit. The reason I say this is because for the purple ad, its AOV of 68 isn't really indicative of how well the funnel is doing, unless you remember all of these separate numbers. Because before the 17th, when they made the change, the AOV was in the 50s, and in the 60s, 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 60s. Then after that change, it was at the 70s, the high 70s. And this 68 was calculated because it averaged out the high 70s and the low 60s. And similarly for the red ad, where it was in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and then went back down to 20s. So really, knowing one number doesn't do you much good unless you remember or you take note of the AOV today, next week, the week before, week before, and so on and so forth. Now, here's also a special situation that I wanted to bring up. Let's say on the 17th, this business decided to make changes on the purple and the red ad at the same time. Now, we can see that because of this spike, the purple ad's change was actually good. It went up. The AOV went up. And we can kind of see that it went up by $1 for the red one, but it actually went down the week after. So it may have been good, but it didn't last. And it went down. So again, it just goes to show that you need to see this progression of your AOV so you're able to make a judgment on how well your funnel is actually performing. So again, I'm going to say this one last time in this video. Two main things I want to stress about AOV over time. One, seeing this progression allows you to evaluate the performance of your funnel. And two, just knowing one number for your AOV isn't going to do you much good unless you remember the AOVs before that. And again, this is a very inefficient and tedious process if you're manually taking note of what your AOVs are every single week within a certain date range. And it's it's tedious and inefficient, which is why we created this tool so that you could see your AOV progress over time. And this really just concludes the video. If you're interested in learning more, then book a call with us. We have a link in this page and in our video description. So that'll be it for today, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll see you in the next video.